All right, my fault. Watch, I'm getting dumber about a minute. Let's try that again. Howdy, everybody. Rick, if you're a dad, happy Father's Day. And my wife, Debbie, thanks for wishing me a happy Father's Day. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, happy Father's Day if you're a dad. Yeah, I know that better. We got some sound now. Stormy Sky Productions, happy Father's Day if you're a dad. I thought I'd just pop in and wish everybody a happy Father's Day and maybe talk a little train stuff for a bit. Well, thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. And thank you, Stormy. Appreciate that. See, I'm a dad 5 times over. And a granddad and a great-granddad. So, I'm feeling, hell, I'm not even 65 yet. Well, we're getting there. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great Father's Day. Hope y'all are being treated the way you should be on Dad's Day. That reminds me of a meme. I don't have it anymore, but it was a meme that said, Happy Father's Day to all the real motherfuckers. Which is true. I'm telling you what. So, brought a tear to my eye, that one did. I've been cleaning up a little bit in here. I haven't really done too much because I ran out of materials. Until I get more stuff coming. Actually, I've got more filament coming in tomorrow. Tuesday rather, excuse me. I purchased 5 rolls, so that should help me build more of my supports. These things here for the elevated rail system and the new train station for the elevated rail. Got quite a lot to do today. Or not today, but in the coming days. Rick Strange says, kids took me to a barbecue today. Now that's cool. My barbecue's out of gas, but I have a gas stove, so kind of the same thing. Just not outside. But hey, you know what the hell, right? You know what else Father's Day is too, right? It's Bad Dad Jokes Day, so if anybody has bad dad joke, can't talk either. If anybody has any bad dad jokes, that's a tongue twister. Now's the time to throw them out there. And Andy says, nice, I got steak and mashed potatoes. All right, cool. That sounds good too. I could use a steak. I think we're getting pizza tonight though, if I remember correctly, because I have a coupon for Zach's Pizza down the street. $10 off a pie, so I'll get a pie for around $10. It'll really be a $20 pizza, but it'll only cost me 10. So I think we're going to do that. Hey, Roy, Container Man 68. How's it going, Roy? Happy Father's Day if you're a dad. And yes, it's Sunday. Very observant of you. No, it's a Father's Day special. You know, I got nothing to do. Sitting there with, my fingers, where, and no, why not? I'll go live. What the hell? Tom Grassi, hey, happy Father's Day, Tom. And let's what we got here. Hey, I guess you're back home now, Tom, aren't you? You should be. Have a fun, safe trip, I assume. Back to New Jersey. For all you that didn't know, Tom was down here for a couple of days and helped me out a lot with my layout, with some ideas mostly, and he gave me some nice stuff too. That box right behind me where my finger is, that's full of Code 100 Flex Track. You know, the 3-foot sections. Can't believe he gave it to me. I mean, that's really going to help me out. So that's really cool. Thank you again there, Tom. He also gave me some turnouts and um, a helix section that I could use as a template for when I build my helix. It's going to be some good stuff. Rick says, what a weekend for me. Anniversary was yesterday also. Oh, happy anniversary, Dad. Good for you. How long you been married? Let's see. Tom says, yes, I'm back in New Jersey. All righty, that's cool. Roy says, did you at least wash your hands before going live? Yeah, pretty clean, huh? All right, 33 years. Well, congrats, man. That's probably a record nowadays, you know. My first marriage lasted 10 years to the day. And I've been married to Debbie, I think, a little over 10 years now, like 10 years and a few months, or maybe 11, I'm not sure. I have a hard time keeping track of that stuff anymore. Probably the third sign of old age, you know, when you can't remember shit. But, you know, I'm always glad to hear that people have long marriages, you know, because for a while there, you say if you couldn't, you know, 10 years was about average before you wind up getting divorced one way or the other. So I'm seeing people now staying together longer. So hopefully everybody figured it out and figured, hey, you know what? It's not worth the aggravation to get divorced and have to look for a new, you know, a new lover or whatever. It's just a pain in the ass, especially nowadays. And let's see. Tom says, Iron Planet Hobby sent me the wrong parts. It was for another guy. How dumb are they? You know, that could have been a challenge question, right? Unbelievable. But I'm not surprised. Because, you know, stupid is everywhere nowadays, unfortunately. And it just seems to be getting worse. I don't know. Hey, right, man. Yeah. I'd be really mad if I got sent the wrong stuff when I order. Now, like I said, I got 5 rolls of gray PLA filament coming. And it damn well better be gray when it gets there, because if not, they'll be getting it right back. That'd be PLA too, you know. But, I don't know, it seems like that's, well, you know, my mother-in-law lives in my guest house. She buys a lot of stuff from Temu. And they've sent her things she didn't order. And then some of the things she orders are like in micro miniature. I don't have it. That was the last week she come over and she goes, you want to see my new vase? And I'm going, sure, why not, right? So I was expecting to bring in something about, you know, normal size. She brings in this vase. It's literally about 2 inches tall. It's a ceramic pot, about 3/4 of an inch tall. And it's got, instead of flowers, they're the crystals there, the quartz. Or amethyst, that's what it was. Amethyst flowers on it, like 5 of them. I mean, the thing was so small that if you looked at it wrong, it would fall over because, you know, the top was heavier than the bottom. And I said, well, that's the way you got to be really careful ordering from China, because remember, those little Chinese guys and women, they got tiny hands. Tiny hands equals tiny parts. It was funny, nevertheless. But what are you going to do? So unfortunately, I didn't really said I got quite a bit done. Let me switch cameras here, baby. There we go. Got it. You can see I went out. Well, you guys that were here on the last show probably seen this, but I got the second level almost all the way down to the end. I'm 18 inches from the back wall. I have to build another shelf, second level shelf on the back wall and of course on this side. So it's going to go behind that one and anchor to it. So I probably won't need any supports on the back wall. Yeah, it'll be screwed into the studs of the wall, just like this is. But this, you can see all the supports I've got there. I've got to make 2 more for the other end, but I'm waiting for the gray filament to come in. So that won't be here till Tuesday, hopefully. We'll see. Good one, Roy. My first wife didn't like my mistress of 40 years. Yeah, that would probably cause some problems. Of course, though, was your mistress first before the wife or after? If it was before, then it falls on your wife because she should have known better. I'm just saying, I never had a mistress. Never really wanted one, but, But nevertheless, I never had one. But I know a lot of guys who did, though. For a while. Till the wife found out. Then it just went downhill from there, But you got to kind of expect that sort of thing. So, I was looking at a YouTube video the other day, and they were talking about Russian tanks over in Ukraine. And they were exact replicas, bigger of course, of this tank. I thought this was an American tank. Apparently it's a Russian tank. Or, if it was an American tank, the whole article was all full of shit. Hey, Dwight, how's it going, man? Happy Father's Day if you're a dad. This is Thomas Grassy, your girlfriend moving in and making you tear down the land. I don't think that would happen. First off, she likes trains. And second off, I don't think he'd put up with that. So, Yeah, that's that old saying, a man's castle is his home, something like that. No. Now, believe it or not, my wife was out. She's probably joking, of course, but because she gets kind of mad at me because I spend so much time out here, outside of the house in this private shed. And she goes, you could have just built your train room right here in the living room because my house is really large. I mean, it's kind of an open floor plan, and the dining room and living room are only separated by a small medieval dividing thing there. It's hard to explain. But yeah, I could have had actually a hell of a layout in there. But no. And Roy says, the mistress before the wife, still only flirting with the mistress. I still haven't committed to building and finishing my first train layout. That's the mistress. Oh, that's the mistress, my trains. Okay, now I get it. Well, a mistress is a mistress, right? Whatever brings you pleasure, I guess, is the true definition of a mistress. So, the trains bring you pleasure, like most of us they do, then that's a good thing. Hey, Joe Raider, what's going on? Are you sure it's not Thursday? Damn, I thought it was. No, it wasn't. It's Sunday, man. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, sir. I'm pretty sure you're a dad, so, Did you get your stuff yet, Joe? I think you're getting it Monday, I think. I remember, because I checked. the tracking numbers I keep for myself until it's delivered. Then I delete them. Well, thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Joe wishes everybody a happy Father's Day. Oh, you got it yesterday. Oh, cool. Wait a minute. Yeah, you did, because you sent... I got so many things that I sent out, I can't keep track of everybody. You sent me an email telling me you got it and you're getting ready to... You have to paint it yet, and thanking me for it. You're very welcome, sir, and hope you get lots of enjoyment out of it. Was everything to your suiting, hopefully? Because we weren't too specific on the train station seats, but that's what those actually are. And I made some for myself as well, because I had some in my old train station, and I'll be using the same ones in the new train station. Oh, cool. Painting them now. Things look great. I want to see a picture of the cigarette machines when they're painted, because that looked like it'd be tough to do. But I'm sure you'll do an excellent job on it. That's all, but I want to see it. They're really good. Maybe I'll send you a couple and have you paint them for me. Send them back, you know. I made a few for myself, too. I may never use them, but, you know, generally stuff like I keep the files and, you know, for stuff that I may need later on. Now, I didn't make that, by the way. I actually bought that file, which is why I kind of charged a little more than usual for it. That's what they charged me for it. But that was the only one I found on the entire internet that reminded me of the old style machines that were around when I started smoking. They had a couple that hung on the wall. I'd never seen one of those. Apparently they came out later. But yeah, that was the only one that I could find, period, that's, you know, that type. So they had some for like probably in Europe or Japan or someplace that looked more like a remember the old video games, the consoles, you know, the old days with the TV in them, you know. That's what they looked like. It was just a rectangular box sat straight on the ground, no legs on it or anything, and a couple of slots for cigarettes. It was weird. That's cool. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like them. So let's see, who is that? Dwight, you're getting... That must be you, Dwight, that's getting your stuff Monday. You know, somebody's getting something tomorrow. It's either you or... Damn out his name right. Mickey, Train Man 1. He's got something coming to his prize. His might be tomorrow, too. I'm not sure. But keep an eye on them. They're out in the mail. Hey, Kyle, what's going on? Oh, boy, I'm late for work. Yeah, 4 days, right? No, this is the Father's Day thing, so if you're a father, Kyle, I don't know if you are or not, but if you are, happy Father's Day. And this is kind of what I'm doing today. I just decided to go live and wish everybody a Father's Day and talk about a few things here and there. It's called impromptu live stream. See my shirt? Got all my dogs' names on it. We love our dad. Turbo, Pogo, Roxy, Sadie, and Daisy. Now, Turbo passed away. And Buddy's not on there because he already passed away before I put his name on there. All these guys were alive when I had the shirt made. Pogo, of course, is my newest dog. He's the youngest, 2 years old. Roxy's still alive. I think she's 15 or 16. And Sadie was never actually technically my dog, but she was here so much that we kind of call her. It was actually my stepdaughter's dog. So my stepdaughter bought a trailer up in Michigan. So she wanted the dog back, so we gave it back to her. Because where she was, rentals, they won't allow you to have dogs, very few of them, without bending you over and breaking the back. And Daisy was a rescue that we had a lot of problems with her, so we surrendered her. And I don't know whatever happened to her. Alright, so as far as I'm aware, I'm the father. I didn't know, Kyle. Like I said, I know you're a little younger than most of the guys in here, so like I said, I don't know who's a dad and who isn't, but if you're a dad, happy Father's Day, and if you're not, well, next time. Now, I may have more than 5 kids for all I know, I don't really know. There's a possibility I do have one more out there that I may not know about. It's a possibility, but I wouldn't even know where to look. That would have been from a very long time ago. And Kyle says, Happy Father's Day to the rest of you. Well, thank you, sir. So anyway, I got all these big plans in here. And I'm still thinking about things I want to do. And, of course, Tom Grassi gave me some great ideas, too, which is really going to be helpful. And one of these ideas that came on, now, you can see here, the chair out of the way. You can see the tip-up is no longer there. I took it off. It's actually on the floor, but you still can't see. Here, don't roll up the shit. It's right there on the floor. Like that, it's just kind of in the way. I took it off because I'm not going to be using that particular one anymore. Actually, I'm probably going to shorten it and narrow it. Make it as light as possible. And I found out that when they're light, they work better. So, yeah, you hit that one right on the nose. Big plans, no money. You got it. Dwight says, Hi, Kyle. You could be a dad someday. There you go. And Kyle says, You came on the perfect time, Jim. I'm taking a break from building legs. Okay, that's cool. For your bench work to build the helix to set it on, or what are you building legs for? So anyway, I'm going to add on to this. I'm going to, make a extension the whole width of what you see there, away from the fiberboard, the hardboard there. I'm going to bring it out about a foot, maybe a foot and a half, which will narrow the entrance going in when I put the new tip up in. But that's fine because I'm big, but I'm not that damn big. And I'm never going to get that big. So, man, what's going on? I'm going to have to do something different on that. Now, 3D printing a custom-made sign that I made for Curtis for C&L Lines. It's not printing too well. So I'm going to have to reorient it and print it, probably laying down. Which means I'll have to put supports under it of some sort, so it's going to be fun. But I want to get it done today and show him a copy of it. And if he likes it, then I can go ahead and make the decal for it. And it's a standard oil sign, but he's not going to use standard oil on it. He's going to put something to do with a vegetable stand. So I have to make the decals for it, and I'll get it all set up for him. But I'm sure I have a few days to mess with it. And Dwight, Kyle says, maybe Dwight, not counting on it though. Dwight says, I just got some bad storms warnings. Yeah. Oh, okay, modular legs, that's cool. And Tom says, hello, Dwight. Sometime in the future, she loves my layout. Yes, she does. She was bragging about it the whole time she was here. So he got himself a keeper there, I'll tell you what. Joe says, anybody else buffering a lot or just me? Must be just you, because I'm showing everything's in the green here. Actually, we're doing real good, so. Well, I do have some drop frames, so I don't know. It could be on my end. Andy says, some here too. Hey, JD, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, the damn internet, you know, it sucks. Yeah, see, now it's dropping down a little bit. I don't know what the hell's going on. Sorry, guys. Beyond my control. Although I might have to start bitching to Comcast about it. It always does this. It seems like it's a daytime thing. At night, it seems to quiet down. Maybe there's a lot of traffic during the day. You know, internet traffic, and that might be taking its toll on it. I did pay my damn bill. Did I pay $103.62 a month for the stupid internet, and it just kind of pisses me off, let me tell you. It should be working at lightning speed, and yet, well, here we are. So anyway, I'm going to bring that out a little bit so that the tip up will only be a little bit wider than me, which will probably be close to 2 foot. Well, I mean, I'm not 2 foot, but the tip out will be 2 foot, because right now it's almost 4. So I'm going to build it out almost 2 foot, have a shorter and narrower tip up, still have the dual tracks on it. And then I'm probably going to build off of this and do the same thing. You know, I could bring my second level all the way up here to the edge. And then I could actually have a loop. So the whole thing will go around on the second level, which will be kind of cool. And have a small tip up on the upper level, which will only be a single track. So it'll only be about 3 inches wide. And of course, that'll be up high enough to where I can just, you know, tip it up on its own. So Tom gave me that idea, and the more I think about it, the more I kind of like it. So it's probably going to happen at some point. Yeah, that's a good point, Kyle. Most people use the internet during the day. Rick says, I use Verizon internet, much cheaper. How fast is it, though? I mean, I know there's cheaper systems out there, but they're kind of slow. There's another company supposed to be coming in here at the Sebring soon, I hope. Maybe it's Charter. I don't remember who it was, but they're supposed to be a lot cheaper than Comcast and a lot faster. And that's what I need, is speed. Should make the bottom a drop down and the top a lift up. Yeah, I did a drop down back in Naples, Joe. And there's a lot of problems with a drop down, more so than a tip up. I did do a drop down back in Naples. It was about, I think, 2.5 foot long. And the hinge side was no problem, because when you folded up, the tracks would meet, and then when you went down, it would come apart. But now on the other side, I had to overhang the tracks on the fixed portion and a little bit shorter on the not much, maybe 1/4 of an inch on the actual drop down. And I found myself catching myself on the damn tracks every time. You know, actually gashed my side a few times walking by. I mean, because it really wasn't that wide. So that was kind of an issue, you know. So I don't know. I think I'm probably gonna stick with the tip up instead of the drop down. Andy says I do my fair share at night, keeping up with you folks. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not that kind of speed there, Kyle. I did that as a young man. Those days are well behind me. Hey, Crooked River and Eastern, Crooked Dave. Happy Father's Day. How you doing? And I love that. Here, I got to show you this here. Dave sent me this morning, and it brought back a lot of memories. You can see it. It's hard to say. It says, I'll read it. It says, have a happy Father's Day, or so help me, I'll pull this car over right now. Remember when you were kids and your mom would say that, or your dad would tell you that? Because we were usually, fussing in the back seat with, our siblings or whatever. Knock it off right now, I'll pull this car over. Oh, worse, I'll turn around and we'll go back home. It's kind of fun. Joe says, I have a drop down, no problem. One flat track, the other is elevated. Really? I'll have to check out some of your videos and look at that. Well, I had a double system. I kind of did that. Like I said, Naples, the bottom track or bottom level, it dropped down, had 2 tracks on it. 2 or 3, I don't remember. No, 2. And then the top section, which was my passenger line, I had that tip up. Actually, it was the bridge, that one way back there. You can't see it too well, but it was a wooden bridge I bought, and I used that as a tip up. It worked out fairly good. The tip up was great, but I don't know, like I said, I look at things, you never know. It all depends upon how much room I have, for one. And, because now there's about 16 inches difference between the bottom of the upper level and the top of the lower level. So that means I'm not going to be able to, that could be unless I move it down further, because it would actually the tip up would hit the top. But if I come out, say down a little further past the tip up, then that won't be an issue. So I could do that too. We'll see. A lot of things that have to be figured out, and it may be a while before any of this shit gets done. Dave says, yeah, I remember those days in that Chevy wagon. Well, we had a Ford Gran Torino wagon my dad bought in, what was it, 72. He bought it or 73. I don't remember, 72 or 73, he bought brand new. We were already down here, and he sold the Pontiac Bonneville he had, and bought that Gran Torino wagon. That thing was cool because the rear seat faced backwards. That was the weirdest thing, to sit in the seat looking at things behind you while the car's going forward. It was a little disoriented at first. And he said he would have had to shout, we were tied to the roof rack. That's funny. Hey, Raymond Anthony, how's it going? Is it Thursday already? No, sir. It's Sunday. And I know you're not a dad, so I'm not going to wish you a happy Father's Day, but I wish your dad a happy Father's Day. How's that sound? I don't think you're a dad, are you? I thought you were kind of young, but I could be wrong. So, Dad's Bonneville wagon had rear feet. Okay, yeah. Well, those are one. Was that the one with the tailgate would go down under the car? It would kind of roll down. Good. My dad's car, it opened either outward or downward. It was a dual tailgate, but some of the GMs I remember, the tailgate would kind of roll down and underneath the floor pan, and then the window would actually roll up into the roof. It was weird. It's a neat system, though. No, no. Yep, love sitting backwards. We're all in the same boat there, huh? Weird as it might be. But, yeah, those were the days, though, you know. Like I said, it's just. Me and my sister didn't really fight much, but every now and then, you know, I think we did it more for entertainment, you know. And my mother would, you guys better knock it off. I gotta pull the car over. It was funny. Yeah, but it was what it was, so. Good times, man. Okay, the back window went down, too. Okay, I said that was the normal one. Like you said, the Gran Torino, and most of the Chevys, at least back in those days, again, maybe the other one didn't come out till later. Would have rolled down into the tailgate. Tailgate would either go down. Some of them would swing out to the side. Now, you know, come think of it, his only swung down like a tailgate. It didn't, or I don't remember. No, it did both. It opened up sideways and it came down flat. She's touching me. Dad, make her stop. Come on in. Thank you, Ruth. Hey, knock it off. What's going on? I'm on live here, so. Oh. Once you want to get on the camera. All right. That was my mother-in-law. And he said if it was a hot day, the smell of the vinyl made my sister puke. That's weird. Oh, yeah, definitely. He goes nuts, man. This is his territory. And he will defend this shed with his very life, I believe, you know. Oh, come on up here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on up here. Come on. Come on. I got a treat. You want a treat? I also have his favorite treats. I got pepperoni. Who wants a pepperoni? You want pepperoni? You gotta come up here on my lap. That's all there is to it. Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Look. Pepperoni. Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Come get it. Come get the pepperoni. It's good. Come on. Up here. Up here. Kyle says he wants it. Here you go. He'll jump on my lap the minute I shut the stream down. He's very shy. I don't know. It's weird. Come up here. Come on. Look, I got more. You want a piece? Want a piece? Pepperoni? I'm going to eat it. Want me to eat your pepperoni? Better come up here and get it. Come get it. Come on. Come get it. I want pepperoni. This ain't quite pepperoni, it's pepperoni. Of course, I wouldn't mind having some pepperoni myself. You want some pepperoni? Come on, come up here and get it. Come on. Pogo, come on. Come on, why are you being so shy? Why are you being so shy? I'm going to keep this. I'm going to eat it myself. I'm going to give it to Roxy. You want me to give this to Roxy? Yeah, he won't come up here. He just won't do it. Hey, Jason, thank you, sir. Happy Father's Day to you, too. Good to see you here. My impromptu Father's Day live stream. And Joe says, my beagle loves them. We call them sticks. Okay. I usually refer to it as the pogo snack. And, you know, I say, Pogo, you want your pogo snack? Raymond says, pepperoni, America's favorite salami. It's true. Scaredy cat dog. Yeah, I don't know why he won't get, he won't come up here as long as I'm live. I don't know how he knows the difference, but he does. It's kind of funny. The only dog that does them. My other dogs that have a problem, they jump right up like, you don't want that pepperoni? It's good. It's really, really good, and you're not eating it. Unless you come up here. Come up here and say hi to everybody. Come on. Are you scared? Are you scarred? You must be shaking. Ah, Pogo. What am I going to do with you? There you go. He loves his pepperoni. He's so smart that if I go outside to like use the bathroom or something, or to go back to the garage and get a tool, he'll follow me out there. He knows I'm coming right back, but he knows that when he comes back in, he'll get another piece of pepperoni. So, he's smart. Raymond, no cotto salami? I don't know. So anyway, and I also changed my mind on another thing too. You might be onto something there, Kyle. Who's my human talking to? There's no one there. I do that to him all the time. He'll go up when we're in the house. He'll get up on the back of the couch and start barking incessantly outside. I've got security cameras out there. My monitor's right there by my head, and I look up. Well, there's nobody out there. Pogo, what the hell are you barking at? There's nobody there. And then after a while, he'll stop. Like, I don't know. I think he's expecting something. I really do think that he's smart enough to figure, well, if I bark at imaginary people, he'll think I'm protecting the house and give me a treat. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in a dog's head? So, the hell was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. It fell off the track. Man, I hate when that happens. Jason says, my two Great Danes are different. One is food and treat vacuum. One is a food and treat vacuum. And the other will spit treats out and walk away. That's weird. But I'll bet the first one will go back and eat it anyway, right? Hey, don't worry about doggy germs, you know. I mean, I do the same thing. I can start eating something. I don't want it. Offer the dog, he'll eat it right up, even though it's been in my mouth, you know. I mean, I couldn't do that with anybody. If my wife ate something and gave it to me, it's like, nope, not having it now. What the hell was I talking about here? I forgot. Oh, man. I hate when that happens. Oh, yeah. So, remember I told you I was just going to put foam on the top and not put plywood down. Well, Tom talked me out of that, and probably for good reason. And I'm just going to put 1/4 inch up there. Maybe, I might not even use 1/4 inch. I may use this 1/8 inch fiberboard. That'll work too. But either way, I'll put that up there and then put the foam on top of it. So then I at least have something that if I need to put like turnout motors or anything like that, I'll have something solid to bolt them to. Because you really can't bolt anything to foam. So, and it's not really going to cost me that much, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Ray says Norfolk Southern always uses its train of thought. And does. Well, exactly, Joe. 1/4 inch is very cheap, you know. I think the actual plywood's only about $24 a sheet. And if I split it down, like I said, these are 18 inches deep. So I'll have a little bit of waste, but that's not that big of a deal. But one sheet will go 16 foot down. So I need probably need 4 sheets maybe. to do everything all the way around, which isn't bad. I can live with that. It's not too expensive. So, but yeah, it just makes better sense to do it that way. And maybe I'll get lucky and prices will come down soon. I mean, everything, whether even gas and wood and everything, even food is up and down constantly. You know, I think some of them are getting nervous and lowering prices just to move the stuff, you know, because it's come down to where, you know, if it's too expensive, screw it, I ain't buying it, you know. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that thinking. So I think some of the retailers are starting to figure out, well, maybe we better lower prices, you know, take a little bit less profit just to move the merchandise. But then, you know, like I said, they lowered the price, like gas even, you know. Now, I haven't looked lately, but gas got down, I think, to $3.19 here in Sebring at some of the stations. It was $3.56 about 2 weeks ago. And I usually hold off until it comes down in price, and I'll go quick fill up my tank, regardless of whether I got a half, 3/4, or whatever, just to save some money. And, yeah, Jason, Bidenomics at its finest. Fuck Bidenomics. So, but then everybody started buying gas again at the cheaper rate. So what do? Jack it back up. You know, supply and demand bullshit. And it really is bullshit because it's all based on greed. You know, lower it, keep it low. You'll make your money on volume. You know, remember when that was a thing? You sell more things at a cheaper price, but you made more money in the long term because it was based on, you know, moving your inventory. Apparently they don't like doing that anymore. They just want to bend you over on the one part. You know, they don't sell another one. Oh, well, we bent them on over on that one, so what the hell? Yeah, you got that right. I'm not afraid to say it, though. Fuck Bidenomics, you know. I don't give a damn. You know. Everybody cusses. They'll get over it. People are offended by it. Well, you know, they can kiss my fucking ass, too. All right, Jason. Well, thanks for popping in, man. You have a great Father's Day, too, and a good rest of the weekend. I know there isn't much left of it, but enjoy it anyway, and we'll see you next time. So that's about really, yeah, I know. 80 million votes my ass. Was it you asking me if I saw the Trump Dr. Phil? I watched it yesterday. All 2 hours. Well, it was an hour with him, and then they had an hour, like an after show, whatever. It was pretty interesting. They said it wasn't scripted, but I don't know if that's true or not. It seemed like Trump was holding back some of the stuff he really wanted to say, you know. He's getting smart. I mean, you know, because if they had got an interview like that, say, you know, back before he became president, it wouldn't have been anything like this. The only thing I didn't agree with, and I hope he's full of shit, because if he's not, he's an idiot. And I like Trump, but, you know, he's not perfect either. But Dr. Phil asked him flat out, you know, are you going to seek revenge against all your enemies? And he says, well, you know, I think bringing America back together and putting things right will be the best revenge. Well, he's somewhat right. But, you know, if he doesn't take them idiots out, and I mean take them out, I don't mean shoot them, I mean charge them with treason and have them hanging from a rope, It's never going to stop. They're never going to stop. If he thinks for a minute they're going to back down because he wants to unify America, he's delusional, and I don't think he is. It's ridiculous. You know. Now, look, Biden went in his first day in office, and he literally undid almost everything that Trump did the previous 4 years. He did that in one day. Now, Trump should be able to reverse all that in the same first day. On the second day, he needs to get indictments out on every one of the assholes that have been screwing with him since day one. I mean, everybody. You know, Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Adam Schiff. Every one of them. You know, the guy who did the that one false Russian document, the dossier. He needs to go after every one of his enemies, have them charged with treason, go in front of a military tribunal, not a bullshit court, because most of them are full of shit anyway. And that includes the judges that came after him too. The ones that broke the rules and broke the law to prosecute him, they all need to be charged with treason. Because what they did actually was treason. And then they need to be hung. If he doesn't do it, he's going to have problems down the road. Racist free speech, to be exact. There you go. I need to get going now. All right, well, we'll see you Thursday, Raymond. Thanks a lot, man, and have a good weekend, what's left of it. And, well, we'll see you next week. So, that could be wrong, you know, because they're making it sound like, well, you know, if he wanted revenge, he's not the right man for office. Yes, he is. You know, this is the problem. And I talked about this in my video that I haven't. I'll upload my newest video later today. But I talked about it in the Wise Guy video. And I said, this is a basic problem with people in general today, especially Christians. Now, I'm a born-again Christian, you know. But I also realize that there are times when you have to eliminate those who would hurt you. If you don't, they eventually will succeed. All right, Andy, have fun walking your doggy. And we'll see you later. As Christians, and just people in general, really, they have this idea, well, if you kill your enemies, you're no better than they are. Well, that's bullshit. It really is, you know. If you don't kill your enemies, eventually your enemies will find a way to kill you. Because they're not going to back down. If you think the Adam Schiffs and the James Comers out there and the Hillary Clintons are going to back down just because Trump becomes president again, you're as delusional as he is if he thinks that. I don't think he does. I think he will seek revenge, and he should. You know, but like I said, as a society, we need to come off of this shit. Well, you can't put yourself you can't lower yourself to their level. Bullshit, you can't. You know, if there's a problem out there, and the only way to solve it is to eliminate that problem, then that's what you need to do, and it's justifiable, even under the guise of Christianity. You know, you can forgive people all you want, but you still may have to kill them. You know. That's just my opinion on it for what it's worth. So anyway, we're getting away from trains again. Is anybody left in here? I don't know. So yeah, I think I got this figured out what I want to do in here. I would like to finish the second level before I start on the outside expansion. Because I like right at this very moment I can't run trains with the tip up missing out of there. You can't do the loop, so I'm gonna have to do something different. So if I can get all this stuff done, and I'm gonna enjoy doing it because, and we've talked about this before, I think most of the fun and challenge of building a layout is the actual building of it. Yeah, it's fun to play with the trains afterwards, but the best part of the layout is the building part. I mean, that's my opinion anyway, for what it's worth. So we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, it's almost 4 o'clock. I don't want to be on here too long. I think an hour is long enough. So if anybody, unless somebody has a question for me, I'm going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes. Nothing? Nobody? Is anybody else still here? Is this thing stuck by any chance? Possibly. Nope. Oh, man. So, I'm itching to get some more work done. I just wish I had more money to... I might have enough to buy... Well, see, the problem I got is right now... All right, Grandpa, take it easy, JD. Thanks for popping in. The biggest problem I got right now is my truck is down. And I think I need a new starter in it. Of course, your starter is going to set me back about 40, 50 bucks. Actually found one on Amazon, believe it or not. Locally, they want over 100 bucks for them for a remount. It's not going to be fun to change out because, once again, it's underneath the vehicle. Same as the air conditioner in my car. That's why it's not done yet. Hey, Waycross Scott, how's it going? Scott or Thomas? I can't remember. Sorry. Hey, Waycross Train's good to see you. No, it's not Thursday. This is an impromptu Happy Father's Day surprise live stream. So if you're a dad, Happy Father's Day to you. And William from New Fenris Railroad, Happy Father's Day to you too, sir. Yeah, I thought it was Scott. If I don't repeat things often enough, I will eventually. I always get confused anyway between Scott and Thomas, because I know several Thomases, I know several Scotts. It's one of those things. You're welcome, William. Dwight thought you were leaving YouTube. Was that true? You're leaving YouTube? I wouldn't blame you if you did. They said I'm still doing the William County on YouTube, but I do my Wise Guy videos on Rumble. Probably because they would ban me for life on YouTube anyway. It is what it is. But, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. My condolences, sir. 2016, huh? My dad passed away in 2010, November 30th, right after his 91st birthday. His 91st birthday was October... Shit, I can't remember the date. I think October 19th. 1919? No, October 6th. October 6th, 1919 was his birthday. And he passed away. He made it to 91, and 2 months later, well, actually 1 month, he passed on. Oh, just a break, huh? Yeah, sometimes you need a break, And Dwight says, I lost my dad on 9/11/95. Wow. Once again, sorry to hear that. My condolences for you. It's hard to lose your dad, My dad had 40 years on me because he was significant. He was 20 years older than my mother, and he married my mother when she turned 18. And I believe she was already pregnant with me when he married her. I mean, he's my real dad, but they kind of had to get married, I think. Uh, After they got divorced, I was helping them clean out all his paperwork and stuff, and I ran across their marriage certificate. And it's like, wait a minute, those dates don't add up right. So, and Williams is doing every other Sunday stream. Oh, cool. Guess I'll go a little past an hour here. What the hell? So we have some new guys come in here. But yeah, it really is. I miss my dad a lot, you know. And unfortunately, the last couple of years he was alive, he was starting to get Alzheimer's. And he knew me, he knew my wife, but he knew his grandkids, but he didn't know much else, you know. It's like they'd ask him the standard question, you know, what year is it? He didn't know what year it was. Who's the president? I think he said Roosevelt. Yeah. Uh, yeah. He knew what town he lived in, but he didn't know his street address but he knew all kinds of stuff from his past, you know. He could still tell you stories from when he was a kid, when he was in the war, you know. But everything recent, he just, you know, really sucks. You know, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but so yeah, I miss my dad a lot, you know. I actually miss him more than I miss my mom. Now my mom passed 4 years ago up in Indiana. I never got a chance to see her one last time. I hadn't seen her in probably 20 years, you know, because they said she lived in Indiana and down here. We were in communication with each other, but that was it. Yeah. And she was 80 when she passed. Well, she had help passing. The hospital gave her morphine after she told them she was highly allergic to it. That's what killed her. What are you going to do? William said, lost my dad 2018. My condolences, sir. No, he was in World War II. He was both in Europe and Africa. While he was in Africa, he served with that was a famous job, General Patton. He was under General Patton's command in a different unit, but Patton was commanding everybody in the area. He said he actually met General Patton. So I'm going, damn, that's cool. He did good though. He was one of the lucky ones that came back, you know. So like I said, you know, he saw most of this century, really, you know. 1919 born and passed in 2010. It's incredible when you think about it. Your dad served in Korea, okay. I have some older friends that served in Korea, and they tell me some of the stories. The one friend I had, what the hell? I can't even remember his name. I haven't seen him in many, many years. But he was in Korea, and when he came back, he brought back, well, I think it was an M1 Garand that he captured off the one of the Korean guys that he killed. And back then, I guess they let you bring over souvenirs from the war, even rifles. He still had it, and it was operational. I don't know if it was an M1 or not, but it looked a lot like one. It was a single-shot bolt-action deal, you know, no, it wasn't bolt-action. I don't remember now, it's been a long time, but it was cool, though, because they stopped letting you do that in Vietnam. A lot of guys tried to smuggle, you know, souvenirs back. Everything from rifles, handguns, clothing from the Viet Cong, and many soldiers used to pull teeth out of the soldiers they killed, which is weird. They tried to bring them back and they couldn't, so it just kind of sucked. But it is what it is. Fortunately, I missed all the wars. And if World War III starts, I'm too old for that one, too. And thank God all my kids are, because I understand they're reinstituting the registration. Well, they're streamlining it now, 18 to 26, both men and women. And if they need to, if war starts, they'll draft both. And that really sucks. Now, my grandkids, on the other hand, they're in that age group. They could theoretically get drafted into a war. And I have both, grandsons and granddaughters, so neither one of them is safe. And they'll put the women on the front lines, which is fucking nuts. That's why we need Trump in there to hopefully prevent World War III from happening if it doesn't already. Anyway, it is what it is. So I don't really have anybody to wish Happy Father's Day to that's related to me. Now, thanks, Joe. I appreciate that. And a Happy Father's Day to you too, sir. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap this up. None of my three are medically able to serve. I guess that's kind of a good thing, huh? I mean, sad that they're not that they're medically disabled, but at least they won't die in some senseless war somewhere. I'll tell you what, this is such bullshit, And I respect and honor those who have fought in past wars, but I never agreed with any of the war, not even World War II. This bullshit. We got to go over there and fight our enemy to preserve our freedom. Bullshit. Had nothing to do with our freedom. They said the same thing in Vietnam and Korea and the Gulf War. When the enemy comes here, you won't have to worry about the draft. You won't have to worry about age either. I'll grab my damn AK and I'll be out there with the rest of the youngins or whatever, and I'll kill the enemy when they land on our shore, or die trying. Then then you're preserving your freedom. But going over someplace, some foreign land, killing someone you don't know, that you don't technically have a problem with, why? So yeah, I'm not real happy about that. But it is what it is, I guess. Alright, guys, well, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. It's like that famous Beach Boys song, It's 409. And for all of you who ever messed with a 409 Chevy Big Block, that was a hell of an engine, wasn't it? Alright, guys, well, anyway, thanks for hopping in with me, and enjoy the rest of Father's Day for all you fathers, and hopefully we'll see you Thursday at 6 o'clock. So until then, we'll see you. I'm not going to do the outro because you know why. I'm just going to shut her down right now. And as soon as I find the stop streaming button. Alright, guys, we'll see you later. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you Thursday. Bye.